Good morning, plus two commerce. So, today we will be doing the new chapter, that is chapter number 7, directing. It is the fourth function of management. So, after staffing means after appointing the employees, means after selecting the right candidate at the right place at the right time, what we have to do, that we have to direct them. That's where direction function comes into place. In simple words, it is related with four things, that is instructing. First of all, it is related to instructing, then guiding, then inspiring and motivating. So it includes four elements. The first is supervision, second is motivation, third is leadership, and fourth is communication. Now you can see all these four elements, they are very much important when we are providing the directions to our employees. So directing means that we have to instruct the employees, because if we will not instruct them, then how they can start their work. So we have to give them the instructions, we have to guide them side by side how to do it, and not to forget that we have to inspire also, we have to motivate them also, and we have to lead them also in the right direction. So when all these things are done, then we can say that we have performed directing function. डायरेक्शन देना कि आपको काम कैसे करना है, क्या काम करना है. Until and unless you instruct them, guide them, they will not be able to know that what work they have to do and how they will be doing it. So that's where directing function comes into place. So if the directing function is performed in the right way, then we can expect efficiency and growth of the organization. Okay. Now, what are the features or what are the characteristics? Another name could be what is the nature of directing function. First is directing initiates action. I have already told you that direction is giving the instructions, right? That how to do. So it means हम एक बेस प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं कि काम बेस बन चुका है और अब काम कैसे करना है वो हमें कौन बताता है? Directing. When we give the instructions or when we instruct the managers or when we guide the managers, then only the work gets started in the organization. Okay. So what is the feature of directing? That it initiates action. ये action को start करता है, ठीक है, तभी performance होगी. अगर आप action को start नहीं करोगे तो performance भी नहीं हो सकती है. Next is continuing function. So continuing का function, continuing function का मतलब यहाँ पे ये है कि जो manager है, it is not limited to only just giving orders and then sitting back. No, we have to continuously guide. It is not a one time process that you have guided your employee once and your work is finished. No, you have to guide them, supervise them again and again. You have to give them the instructions again and again. It means that you have to keep a constant supervision over them. That's why it is known as that directing is a continuing function. It is done so that we can be sure that whatever orders or whatever instructions we have given to the employees, they are carried out in the right way. Otherwise it will be just a wastage of time and resources. Okay. Next is directing takes place at every level. So there are so many levels in an organization, and it is a pervasive function. Now you know the meaning of pervasive, right? You have done in chapter number 1 and 2. So every manager who is there in the organization, his work is to supervise, guide, lead the employees, motivate the employees, and also not to forget that he has to communicate also with his employees so that the work could be done at the right time and in the efficient way. But if I talk about operational level, the level which is related with the workers, so most of the time is taken there. Means most of the time is used in this third level of management, that is operational level. सबसे ज़्यादा एनर्जी टाइम कहाँ लगता है? ऑपरेशनल मैनेजमेंट, ऑपरेशनल लेवल पे लगता है, बिकॉज वी हैव टू गाइड द वर्कर्स। उनको मैकेनिकल वर्क करना होता है, कैसे मशीनरी काम करेगी, उनको मशीन कैसे चलाएं, क्या इफ एंड बट्स हैं, वो सारा कुछ उसमें पता चलता है। नेक्स्ट इज directing flows from top to bottom. Obviously, you all know with the help of organizing function that one relation is created in the organization, superior and subordinate relation, right? You know who are your superiors and you know who are the subordinates. So whatever directions are given by the managers to their subordinates, it helps them to get their work done at the right time and also in an efficient way. So directing also starts from, like, it obviously starts from top level and it flows to lower level. You cannot ever see that some person who is at the lower level, he or she is giving the instruction to the person who is at the top level, right? It is not possible. Only the top level or only the superiors can give the direction. They can issue some instruction or guidelines to their subordinates. Subordinates just have to do the work as they are directed. Next is performance oriented. I have already told in the first point that directing is concerned with action, right? अगर हम डायरेक्शन देंगे, इंस्ट्रक्शंस देंगे, तभी एक्शन होगा, तभी हमारी परफॉर्मेंस सामने आएगी. सो जो डायरेक्टिंग है वो किससे रिलेटेड है? परफॉर्मेंस ओरिएंटेड फंक्शन. When all the things are done, we have given instructions, we have guided them, we have motivated them, we have communicated them properly so that no confusion should be there. So it will bring the efficiency in our performance, and ultimately we will lead to the achievement of our goal. Last is human element. So all these functions, all these elements like instructing, supervising, guiding, motivating, leading, communicating, they are all related with the human. So that's why it is said that it is a human element function. Okay? As it motivates employees to so that they can work to their best ability. They also lead their employees in the right direction. So that's why it is said that it involves study and molding of human behavior. If we will not study the human behavior, we will not be able to lead them, we will not be able to motivate them, and which is very important if we want to perform the directing function, right? So these are the 6 features of directing function. Now we will move to importance. So the first point is somewhat related with the features only. Okay, the first is to initiate action. So why this directing function is important? If we want in our organization that the action could get started, should get started, okay, then we have to provide the instructions. If we are not providing the instructions, if we are not directing our employees, तो हमारा काम नहीं होगा. Okay. So अगर हम चाहते हैं एक्शन हो एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में, दैट इज़ ओनली पॉसिबल इफ़ वी आर परफॉर्मिंग द डायरेक्टिंग function. And if this function is performed in the best manner, so we can expect unity in direction also. Unity in direction, uh, what is unity? There will be no chaos, there will be no mess, and proper coordination will be there, right? So ultimately these things are very important if we want to achieve our goal. Second is to integrate employees' efforts. So there are a number of employees in an organization who are working, right? Especially at the middle level, operational level, under operational level. There's so many workers, and especially in a large organization, the number of employees are more, right? So we have to manage them all. So all of them, they are working at a different job positions. They are putting their efforts also. Maybe they can differ in their job position. Somebody could be at a higher level than the other, but the one thing which is common is that they all are performing and they all are giving their efforts for the organization. So it is only possible with the help of directing function that we can coordinate their efforts. Why? Because all the work, it is interrelated. So if there will be no coordination, then the work will get affected. So we want the coordination in the work and among the employees. So it is very important that we have to perform the directing functions continuously. Okay. Otherwise, our work will get stuck in middle and we will not be able to reach our goal. Third is means of motivation. So when I say directing means to give instructions and to give guidance, so it does not mean only to give orders that how to do the work and all that, but it includes that how we can actually motivate our employees, because there could be a possibility that the employee who is working under me, he might be suffering from any kind of mental problem or something related to that. So it is uh, the duty of his employer to look into that matter and to motivate him. Sometimes your morale goes down. It can be due to some work conflicts also. It can be due to some personal reasons also. But the employer should put his efforts in solving it, because if he is successful in motivating the employee, then trust me, that employee will work and give 100% to his organization, and every employer would want that. Fourth is bring stability and balance in the organization. So this function directing, they try this function, it tries to create the balance. So whenever I have already told you that there are so many employees who are working at different levels, they are working at different job positions. So obvious there's a possibility that there can be in the difference in their attitudes. ठीक है, हो सकता है कोई डिफरेंट, कोई सीनियर होता है, कोई जूनियर होता है, बहुत कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स हो जाते हैं. ठीक है, जब आपस में आपके व्यूज़, आपके ओपिनियंस नहीं मैच कर रहे होते हैं, सो डायरेक्टिंग फंक्शन वहाँ पे क्या लेके आता है, एक स्टेबिलिटी लेके आता है. कैसे? नाउ सपोज देर इज़ वन सेल्समैन इन योर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एंड ही वांट्स दैट द price of the particular product should be reduced so that we can get more orders, but the top level is not ready for this offer. They are not ready to listen to this opinion. What they can do is, like, they can perform the directing function there. How? They can instruct his salesman, they can guide him to find out some other ways to increase the to increase the sales, rather than going for this option. So how well they perform this, how well they instruct and guide this person, is डायरेक्टिंग फंक्शन. अगर मैं डायरेक्टिंग फंक्शन को अच्छे से परफॉर्म कर रही हूँ और अगर मैं सक्सेसफुल हो जाती हूँ उस पर्सन को गाइड करने में, उसको एक्चुअल में ये बिलीव कराने में कि दिस इज़ नॉट द ऑप्शन, यू शुड लुक इनटू सम अदर वेज, सो उससे क्या होगा कि उसकी प्रॉब्लम भी ख़त्म हो जाएगी, क्योंकि मैंने उसका बिलीफ मैंने अर्न किया है, एंड मेरी प्रॉब्लम भी ख़त्म हो जाएगी. सो इट इज़ ओनली पॉसिबल इफ़ वी परफॉर्म द डायरेक्टिंग फंक्शन. ओके. Next is to facilitate change. So there are so many changes that occur in the organization, and you all know that business environment is dynamic. Okay, so and even in a personal life, change is permanent. Okay, so we should embrace change. Changes तो होने ही होने हैं. So in the organization also some changes can occur. So we have to adapt ourselves according to the environment, according to a situation, according to the changes. क्योंकि change तो होके रहेगा. So we have to move on. Same in the organization. So suppose um, all the employees are working in the organization, but now the organization is planning to do its work in a computerized way, and the employees, they don't know how to work on computers, so obviously they will resist this change कि नहीं हमें नहीं करना, we are not ready and all that. But if we direct them, now directing includes so many things. It is not limited to only just providing orders or instructions. If I really can communicate well with them, if I can motivate them that if you will learn computers, then obviously it is in your favor, because your value will increase, you will be able to earn more. तो अगर मैं उनको कन्विंस कर पाऊँ, एंड आई एम नॉट लाइंग, वो उनके लिए अच्छा भी है, so they will be ready to accept the change in a positive way. So this is only possible if we do the directing function, okay, in an effective way, right? So we are done with the importance. Now there are 4 elements I have already told you: supervision, motivation, communication, and leadership. So what is supervision? So supervision is made up of 2 words, super and vision. So super means over and above, and vision means to see. Okay. Now, when I say supervision, it means that I have to continuously look that how the employees are working. I have to see whether they are working in a proper way or not. I have to see that whether, because if I will just give them the orders for once and I'll go back to my work, I will not be, checking their work, then they will, they can waste their time, they can waste the resources of the organization. So if I want to ensure that there is an optimum utilization of resources, अगर वेस्टेज नहीं हो रही तो मुझे क्या करना पड़ेगा, कंटिन्यूसली उन पर चेक रखना पड़ेगा. ठीक है. एंड ऑल्सो दिस कैन हेल्प इन प्रोवाइडिंग द फीडबैक. अगर मैं कंटिन्यूसली मॉनिटर कर रही हूँ अपने एम्प्लॉयज़ को कि काम कैसा हो रहा है, कौन कैसे कर रहा है, सो आई कैन provide the feedback also to the top level that how this employee is, कि वो अच्छा काम कर रहा है, he can be promoted or not, या इसकी प्रॉब्लम आ रही है, कहाँ पे प्रॉब्लम आ रही है, he can discuss the problem. So supervision is a very important element of directing. It simply means that you have to watch over your employees at how they are doing the work, and it is not a one time work. You have to do this work continuously, क्योंकि जैसे आपने अपनी नज़र हटाई तो एम्प्लॉय भी क्या करेगा, फ्री बैठ जाएगा. जब उनको पता है कि यहाँ पे नज़र रखी जा रही है, दे विल परफॉर्म बेटर. Okay. There are employees who will definitely work better whether somebody is watching them or not, but there are some who will not. So it works for all the employees. Okay. So we are done with one element. In the next uh, lecture we will be doing the next element of directing. Till then, goodbye.